What's up, everyone? Welcome to the weekly Coach Film Review with us, Cohn, Jack Hammer. I'm going to make that good one of these days. Anyway, the best part of the show is coming up. Jack Hammer in a low, kind of a golfy type voice going through a very violent game. I love Jack Hammer's style of film review. It is, I think you guys like it too. It's taken off. Everyone watches our show. Everyone knows Tuesday afternoon, you got to watch the film. And today we've been doing offense most of the year. Today is the revenge of Jimmy Garoppolo, but also more importantly, he came through clutch, but he's been coming through clutch like 4 or 5 times this year. So he kept doing what he's been doing. To me, this was the game where I started looking at Kyle differently. I was really impressed with how he stuck with the run game down 17. This is a guy who gave up on the run game up 25 in the second half of the Super Bowl and then did it again. Up 10 in the fourth quarter. So this was a huge step for him, in my opinion. And I was really impressed. And I feel like if he can keep this up, then they can win he can win a Super Bowl. So this was a big game. Should we get into it?
I'm right there with you real quick before we get in there. As far as the changes we've seen in Kyle Shanahan and definitely his sticking with the run in that situation was a positive step. And there's a lot of
Harbaugh move.
Yeah. There's a lot of positive.
Everyone pulled the parallel to the Atlanta game, the NFC Championship, right? Because same thing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, even the players were saying that, or the guys that do the post game show that were players.
I think Frank Gore went up to Harbaugh and said, "You better not quit on the run game." Anyway, sorry, keep going.
No, the other thing I was going to say too is you could tell that the 49ers are watching our quality control show here, our film breakdown. Yeah, because we've talked about that run, sticking with the run, but then also on our last Jimmy Garoppolo film breakdown, we talked quite a bit about his inability to keep his eyes on the safeties. And how that was causing him to have so much trouble with the robber and that stuff that was going on. And there's some really good stuff in this film,
especially toward the end, right? Yeah,
even earlier on in the game, even early on when he was, I wouldn't say when he was early on, but in the first half when I
was just saying, like off the top of my head, that throw to Deebo at the end was that, right? And it was like the best throw of his career. It was a hell of a throw, the 55-yarder. Am I tripping?
Oh no, yeah, that wasn't. That was.
Okay, sorry.
I guess we'll side. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get that. There's 2 of them on is like almost back-to-back plays, real close to each other.
There's one more thing I wanted to say before we start. We always focus on Jimmy because he's the quarterback, and I'd like to. We're going to as well, but let's also give as much attention to Elijah Mitchell because he's been improving, and to me, he's the engine of the offense. As important as the quarterback is, this is a running back-driven offense, and he's when he's healthy, he's it. He's the whole thing. He's the bell cow. And I think my impression is that he's improving because we watched him a few weeks ago and he seemed a little gassed and just sort of running into the backs of his blockers. And I think he's doing better now, but I'd like to see if that's true.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Hey, Grant, which quarterback do you trust more in a 2-minute drive, Dak or Jimmy? It depends if it's depends when in the game. If it's at the end of the fourth quarter, it's no one I'd rather have than Jimmy right now. It's on fire.
It's I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Dak Prescott in that situation. And Garoppolo has done pretty well in these positions. Sans one really big game, but other than that, he's been pretty good in that 2 minutes.
All right, let's jump into it. It's time. Yep. We don't have that much time, but it's time. So let's do it. 1st and 10, ball in the 8.
Yep.
Here we go. We're going 3/4 speed. Okay. Let's watch. Handoff to Mitchell from the gun.
Just running their zone. There's really nothing there. And that's one of those times where he kind of, he runs into the backbone, but there's nowhere for him to cut to.
It's fine. Tight. Yeah. Let's watch. Yeah. Really nowhere to cut. But again, notice first run of the game from the gun. There's so many different ways the Niners run the ball. As opposed to the Rams, who were not going to watch their offense. They have like 2 ways they run the ball. The Niners have like 24 ways. They have a million ways to run the ball. And that's why Mike McDaniel is going to get interviewed by the Dolphins.
Yeah, they have just, they have their runs that they normally run, but they run them out of so many different formations. It looks like such a high volume.
So now I got Deebo in the backfield.
Yeah, and then we've talked about this too. Throwing the ball with him in the backfield. This is a little bit of a change up for him because they're going to throw it here, and it's an easy pitch and catch, easy first read for Garoppolo over the middle. Just get him into rhythm. These are those little short throws to start off, like you've talked about a number of times in the past.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's a layup. Throw it to your best receiver 5 yards over the middle. That's a layup. Confidence booster.
Yeah, and they come back and they do kind of do the same thing. That it was a little short one the first time. It's going to be another ball over the middle. This time it's to the second guy, come a little bit deeper.
Yes.
That time Kittle just takes him upfield and then it opens up the hole for him and he hits it right in the hole.
Trent Sherfield. Nice. Good way to move his head too. Looks left.
Yeah.
Knowing he's going to come back, right? Yeah.
That's one of the things we talked about last week, right? With
Lance, yeah.
With Lance, as his head never moves. And you see a lot more head movement with Garoppolo. It's really noticeable after watching last week and watching this week.
It's deliberate. Yeah, it's a good call. Absolutely. Okay.
And then early on, they were all over the stuff with Deebo Samuel too. Here's the little toss out to the left. I really don't like the 49ers motioning into the toss like this. We see them.
They've been doing it all year, right?
Right. They do it They do it quite often. And when they do it, look at the flow that you get from the linebackers, and it fills everything up and makes it really hard to run.
Only way I'd like it is if at this point you were doing it with Lance, because you could build a play action pass concept off it. That should be wide open.
Yeah,
but not with Jimmy.
I agree with you.
Anyway, I feel like this kind of played out. The league is caught up to it. Like, you got to move on from this play. It was working great earlier, though.
What's cool about it is we see them do this in the beginning, and then you're going to see them get away from it for a little bit. It's almost like they're setting up what's coming, because
right.
they move off of it. They're starting to see what's happening. They're seeing. I think they see the way that the Rams are attacking it, and
right.
they
and again, this is like they have a million different ways to run, so they're sort of just feeling out what's going to work that day.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, get the offside.
Yeah, good job, Leonard Floyd. And 7 back under center.
Yeah, and they're going to motion him again. Watch the safety steps up. And there's just too many people there. Look at all the blue jerseys. Yeah.
So again, this is a toss with a motion, but just looks a little bit different, but essentially the same.
Yeah, and teams have seen it all year long, like you said, so they're starting to sell out for it.
Yes. Yeah, this has been the Niners' go-to run all year, especially with Elijah Mitchell. So that's not going to work today. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and then this was a good call on you yesterday because he does. This ball. This should be a completion here.
I mean, it's a tough throw. It's not like a layup by any means, but like another yard. That's a big gainer. But I don't even know if Hasty would catch it. But yeah,
if he gets that up, he's got to get that about 2 more yards out because he's throwing it over, which is good. He's getting it over here, which is really where you want it.
Look at Deebo. That's what you're talking about, right? Look at Deebo. Look at them conversion on Deebo on that dig.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Yep.
And then boom, they're planning for it. Like, they're going to do this, so we're going to – great coaching, Kyle. Great read, Jimmy. Great route, Hasty. Yeah, it is a hard throw, though, and it's not something – he doesn't really transfer his weight. Let's see. Yeah.
It's kind of hit. Yeah, it's not the best throw. It's not a good throw. It could be better. And the other thing too is,
it's not a pick, though. I mean, I'm not crushing him for it. It's 3rd and 8. I mean, it's a low percentage throw, but it was there.
Yeah, it's there. If he puts it out in front of him, it's there. He's also got the slant on the backside if he decides, but he's got it open, so that's why he's throwing it here, right? Because that's the side that he's reading.
He pump faked it too. It's like they're planning for it. They got it. Yeah. They got the look. It's like Kyle's like, okay, they're gonna do this, or we're gonna do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that monotone.
Yep.
Yeah. They're gonna jump Deebo in the dig, so we're gonna throw it over the top.
Oh yeah, because he even does pump the dig.
Still almost got it though. I mean, what's crazy about it is he's still almost hits him, right? It actually hits him.
No, that's what it actually hits the 33. It hits his hand. He sticks his hand up in there and it knocks the ball out.
Anyway, that's not what lost the game. I mean, the Niners won. They won, right? They won. I'm pretty sure.
I think they did. And then
you said the backside slant. I want to see that.
Yeah, he's open.
Are you talking Aiyuk here?
Yeah, watch Aiyuk. He's wide open because of the.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, they want the shot play here on it. I think with the way that they designed it. But if otherwise you do have that backside slant.
I'm sure Jimmy would say, better throw gets it. Just kind of like with Trey Lance, where he underthrew the one to Kittle. So I just need to throw that one out there a little bit more. Short armed it. I'd say he short armed this one a little bit.
Yeah, we see him do that quite a bit on these.
Okay. All right.
And then this is the sack fumble, and this one's a tough one because the left tackle is gonna get beat, and then Kittle's gonna get beat. They're trying to run the over route. There's nothing open. It's well covered downfield. He's stepping up, and then when the guy gets to him, he's going to wrap him up, and he hits the left hand hits the ball and knocks it out. With the thumb injury that he's got, that's a tough one. He needs to hold on to it. But
so it starts at 68.
Yeah, watch 68. He's got him, and he's going to lose him.
Okay, so now it's up to 85.
Yeah,
that's tough.
85.
And then at which point he pulls the ball down and tries to get away. Why is that thing away?
Yeah. See, and then the guy goes to wrap him up. When the guy goes to wrap him, he just his hand hits right on the ball to knock it out.
I want to see, does he have two hands on the ball? Because that's the only coaching point you could really say is when you pull it down at this point, you got to have two hands on the ball. And to me, it looks like he might have one hand on it.
He does. He only has the one on it because Kittle's hitting him, and so he's trying to push Kittle off of him.
He's like stiff arming Kittle.
Yeah,
what a cluster.
Yeah. The only thing that you could say on this one really is because they're trying to hit the over route. They got the two deep routes there. That's why he's hitching, looking that way. The only thing you could say here is you got to recognize right now that it's not there and pump it down to the back over here on the right side.
Yeah,
which
good
is
call.
on the opposite side. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only place that you can go with it.
Because that's not going to be open. I mean, Deebo's running into a defender. Aiyuk's double covered. Like, you see it. Check it down. I'm with you. Make a quicker decision.
Yeah, make a quicker decision instead of holding on to it as long as you do. He's pumping. He's doing the pump.
Yeah,
and then he gets hit.
That. Yeah, check it down now. Okay, all right, and try to get two hands on the ball because I remember 10 years ago Harbaugh used to talk about that with Alex Smith. Like his ability to not fumble the ball is uncanny. His grip strength. I don't know if he was joking or whatever, but he used to talk about that.
I bet you part of the reason why he was saying that was because of all the talk about him having small hands.
Yeah,
criticism of his small hands and everything.
But I think if you go back and look, I think Alex Smith, in 2011, I don't think he fumbled at all, or he had like 6 turnovers that year. It was crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I forget. Anyway, so now we're backed up in 24. Yeah, this was not the greatest drive.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's give Tom Compton credit. Can we give Tom Compton credit real quick?
Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit for getting on this ball.
I mean, McKivitz blows it. Kittle blows it. Luckily, the season flashes before your eyes at this point, right? Like, oh my God, what's going to happen? How's the ball going to bounce? Kittle? Nope. Oh, kind of. Let's give Kittle credit too. But honestly, we don't know.
Those guys, both of them, the fact that they were able to recover it, it's a big save because you'd rather not have them get the ball on the 5-yard line or wherever it ends up right there, 8-yard line, something like that. I mean, they end up returning the punt all the way back to the 19 in the end, but
because this game goes to overtime, this could at minimum be a 3-point mistake.
Yeah.
Ooh, good job, Kittle. Good job, Compton. Kittle needed to get that because he messed up.
He needed to get in there and help him. Compton's the one that.
Yeah, I mean, this dude was not messing around. Who did? Von Miller? No, 94. I don't know who.
94. It's 94.
A'Shawn.
Yeah, Robinson.
A'Shawn Robinson almost won this game for the Rams right here, and Tom Compton was like, "No, sir, not on my watch. I am Batman." Okay. Nice, Tom. All right, let's moving on.
Yeah, they're gonna try to run a screen. It just gets blown up. There's nothing good about this play for the 49ers. With they motion in Mitchell, and where he motions into is right into the rusher, and so they take the screen away, and then Garoppolo's just trying to run around. He might be able to throw it over there. If he throws it to the left over here, it's probably going to be fine because nobody's gone upfield at that point, but he doesn't know it, so I think he's just trying to run to an open space.
Ooh. Yeah. At this point, like he had just fumbled. Now he's scrambling. You're thinking, man, are you going to get knocked out of this game? Are they going to hit your hand again? But he was so tough in this game. I want to give him credit for that. Like, I don't know what the deal is with his hand, but he was really tough. He's been tough all his whole career. Credit Jimmy G. Even though sometimes we wonder if he's soft. He was not soft in this game. Not soft.
Yeah. And then they just run it here to get out of the to get off the field.
That was a good decision.
Yeah, I mean, it really was.
Yeah, seriously.
It's kind of a give up call, but at that point, you just kind of want to get off the field without turning the ball over. I mean, they end up,
miles. Yeah.
And then the punt return gets. I think they returned the punt inside the 20 anyway.
I mean, the only other thing you'd say is like throw a screen to Deebo, right? But you literally just tried. You literally just tried to, like, okay. So whatever. Just get off the field, punt. And so now it's 17-0. Now you're really in a bad spot. Now Grant Cohn is. I just talked to myself in third person. I'm up in the press box, just getting real loose on Twitter, thinking there's no way I got this. I didn't quite fire Kyle yet, though. I'm like, I'm gonna wait on that one. This is bad too. This is scary, right? I don't know. It looks scary from the press box. It looks like a near.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, they're trying to run this screen over here, and the guy's right in his face, and he tries to pump it over him, and then he gets it by him. But I mean, that's a duck and a half. I mean, luckily, it's almost would have been better if the ball just hit the ground. Would have been better if he just thrown it into the ground.
Yeah, I would agree. Did it get tipped? How did it come out of his hand like this?
I think it's probably because his hand's jacked up and he does a little pump and the ball slips on him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Look at that.
He threw it like end over end.
Yeah, it looks like it's awful.
Or Miller tipped it.
I don't think he did. I think the ball looks like it's pretty well.
Either way, dangerous. Okay, moving on. 2nd and 12, going backwards.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe this team pulled it out. Wow, this team looks so bad at this point. Going backwards.
They're down 17-0 right now. I mean, they kind of come back, and this is a really nice one. I mean, it's a when I say real nice, I'm not talking about Garoppolo. I'm talking about the play design because the motion of Mitchell pulls the linebacker out, which is what opens up Samuel.
Great call. Nice quick release, good ball placement. Good execution by everyone. Great design by Kyle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. One more time. Watch 51 if you didn't see it. 51 on the hash, moving with Mitchell. Goodbye. Nice.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan has a real good feel for everything that the Rams are going to bring at him, and it shows up as the game goes along. He's dialing up plays, knowing where they're going to be before he snaps the ball.
That's nice. That's a really nice little 3/4 arm quick release. Love it. Jimmy practices these throws in warm-ups. I don't know if you ever see that. He'll be warming up and he'll do these. The little quick sidearm. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, they're bringing the safety down right there. They're bringing him down like it's almost a robber. But they beat him inside. It's quick. They keep it more to the outside than over the middle. See, they're doing this a lot.
Nice route by Jennings too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice catch. He's big.
Yeah, he's. I know earlier on in the year we were talking about how they made a mistake by getting rid of Kendrick Bourne, but he's filling that role.
Forget Kendrick Bourne. Forget everything I said. I like this guy.
Yeah, he's kind of making it look like it wasn't a bad choice.
This is a nice run. This is nice. Okay.
Yeah, so this we've seen him run that toss sweep. Look at how Reader jumps over, right? Because he thinks it's going to be sweep, so he's going to try to get up there, and then watch Mitchell
split belly zone.
It's really just the zone, yeah, but they're running it out of the toss look. And
when I say if you're watching, when I say split belly, it just means that it's an inside zone run with 89 peeling back to get the backside D end. I mean, it's a standard run. It's just a different way to do it. And instead of having Kyle Juszczyk in motion, you have a jet sweep going the opposite direction.
Yeah, and instead of just turn around and head off, you do the toss because you've been showing that. And then you get one-on-one between 25. And look at Mitchell just juke Reader out of his jock.
And like you said, they were setting this up earlier, right? They called these tosses knowing the Rams would be scouted, would have scouted them and be prepared for them. They were. Boom, you set up this. Down 17-0. Kyle, I really respect you because of how you did this. This was great.
Yeah, watch 20. I mean, just watch 25 on this. This is really nice because it's one-on-one with him and the linebacker. Look at that little juke. I mean, he just takes 51 completely out of the play.
This is a great run.
Mm-hmm.
We should go ultra slow motion just because it's so great. But hold on. That one.
Yep.
Great. And then those two guys bounce off each other. That's like a Hollywood movie. That's so nice.
Yep.
Great.
No, it's really good.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. So things are looking good. The offense is finally doing something, right? Offense is finally moving, and then you get this. And again, it's going to be McKivitz is going to get beat. Yeah, McKivitz is going to get beat. He's going to be trying. I think he's trying to hit the shot over the top to Benjamin. It could be the throw to. Could be going to Jennings. It's one of those two. He's got them both open, but the problem here is he's getting hit as he throws. He doesn't get even when it's. He doesn't get anything into it because he's hit. And he doesn't even able to get his body back to square, right?
It seemed like they're trying to hit Benjamin over the top.
I think that's what I think.
That's the design. It seems like Jimmy's now trying to get to Jennings. Who? Where? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Well, Jennings is the guy in the middle, in the short middle, right? He's kind of around the little stutter right there. I think he's trying. I don't know. It's hard to tell where the ball. It's going to one of them. They're both open. But you'll see Garoppolo's just not able to throw it. And so he's just kind of having, it's just eat the ball, I guess. I don't know.
I would say so. Just take the sack, man. To me, this is like, we've talked like the YOLO decisions that Jimmy Garoppolo makes. Like, this is totally YOLO. I just throw it up. Don't do that. But what's crazy is Matthew Stafford did a lot of YOLO decisions too. So we saw about 4 of them in this game, 2 from each quarterback. Don't do this anymore because Kyle's going to go back to calling 8 passes. And he will. Don't think he won't. Don't think he won't.
No, he'll do what he has to do.
He'll do what he has to do. Anyway, yeah, that was a bad decision.
It's a mixture of both, right? It's McKivitz getting beat, and it's Garoppolo. Sure. Maybe not a whole lot, especially on first and 10. The worst thing you can do is what he does.
Yeah.
But you've got to do a better job if you're.
I know it feels like you have to make a play because you're down 17-0 at midfield and stuff. But yeah. Okay. Anyway, you threw the pick. That's the first one. And you're still only down 17-0. What is the situation here?
Yeah, so 38 seconds, same as they were last week against the Texans. 38 seconds to go in the first half. They get the ball back.
All because the Rams. That call by the Rams. Oh my!
Was that the third and one that they?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god! It's the worst call I've ever seen in a game. If Kyle Shanahan ever made that call, and I would never let him. Oh my! But Kyle, the thing about it is Kyle would never do something that stupid, and that's. Man, it was eye-opening. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I mean, if you remember, it was the Rams had the ball 3rd and 1 at there or something and got sacked for like an 8-yard loss. All they had to do was quarterback sneak it, punt it, anything. Anyway, if they got the first down in that situation, I don't know if they lose. But they found a way not to, and Sean McVay so deserves everything that happened after that. So deserves it. In your face, Sean.
Yep.
Wow, he deserved it.
And here they go. So stop it right here.
Okay.
So they've motioned him over, and now that the backside safety, you see him starting to slide down. He's already stepping down. He's already starting to play a robber pre-snap. Garoppolo he sees this before the snap, and he knows that he's going to have the backside post because of where he stepped.
Right, because they're trying to take away 85.
Yep, and so they're beating teams of adjust. Teams are running the robber like everybody was saying. I'll just run robber because Garoppolo's going to throw interceptions.
Yes,
they've fixed it, and teams are running robber, and Garoppolo's beating them. Because that ball's coming out, and look where Aiyuk is, his back still to him.
Yeah. Yeah, second read, too. He sees it, goes over there. It's a beautiful throw. Damn, Jimmy. With the thumb, too. Look at that. Off his back foot.
Yeah.
Pocket closing around him. Perfect ball placement. Jimmy is not bad. He is not bad at all. That's a good play.
Put it right on him.
Yup. Nice route by Aiyuk, too.
Mm-hmm. Aiyuk's a heck of a receiver.
He is a heck of a receiver.
And now they're going to do their little, hook and ladder out to the left side. Throw it to Aiyuk, have him pitch it back to Deebo.
I saw them working on this in practice. I didn't say anything, though. Remember, you know how in practice they'll the offense will meet up after they stretch, and they'll they'll do one play together, and then they'll split up into position groups.
Uh-huh.
This was the play they did all week. Anyway, I can't say that, but
the other thing too that I've noticed is that when we watch the quarterbacks warm up, the drills that they're running when they're throwing routes to the ball boy and Kittle and stuff, those are routes. Those are the plays that they're putting in. You just don't see all the receivers running everywhere. They're throwing it to the spots, but they're working on what they're.
It's absolutely what's in the game plan that week. Good call.
Mm-hmm. And then So yeah, they'll hook and ladder there. At least they threw the ball a couple times a day with Deebo in the backfield this time. Maybe they'll actually get him. I mean, that's a different way to get him on the edge. Maybe they'll actually get him the ball down the field one of these times. That's a good read by Garoppolo. Really nice play by Hasty. Just a little check down here. They've got it covered up pretty well downfield. Hasty with a one-on-one makes the play. That's all Hasty at the end.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Hasty too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little chip block. Good read. Nice move. Yeah, that reader guy. Like, when are they going to get a better linebacker? He's been terrible forever.
That's the one guy. That's the guy I talked about late into the game, was that they have an advantage against that guy because he overplays everything.
He's so bad.
Yeah, he's extremely aggressive. He has to overplay everything in order to get there. And and then here again, watch. So you've got the trips to the left. See the linebacker. See the safety stepping down.
Yep. Take away Deebo. And then boom, right behind him. Beautiful. Yep. Kyle really did a good job.
Because every time they go into trips, they roll into the robber, and it's right there because that backside safety, his job is to read that number 3 receiver anyway.
Yes. And so what is Aiyuk getting? He's just getting off coverage, which is great for him, with outside leverage, and he just can eat that up like easy. Yeah,
it's easy it's easy for the two of them.
I mean, that's easy. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shanahan's got, they know what they're going to get. Yeah. They know what they're going to get before they, because the Rams
cool, they're trying to take away the middle of the field, and they're still getting middle of the field throws. I mean, look, he catches that on the hash, further down the field.
Yeah. It's over and over. They know exactly where Los Angeles is going to go all the time.
Yeah.
And then they spike it here and kick a field goal.
All because Sean McVay went empty on 3rd and 1. Not all because, but
no, that's what gives them the ball, right? If he runs the ball and they pick up the yard right there or whatever, or even if he just keeps, like you said, they keep it back in the backfield, just to even give them a threat. Maybe it's a better.
Seriously, I mean, honestly, that was the worst call imaginable. I know Kyle Shanahan never would do some crazy stuff like that. I know he wouldn't. I want to say he wouldn't. Okay, so they're down 17-3. And this is where come out. I mean, this is a statement, right? We're down 17-3. We're not going to panic.
Yeah, 17-3, and this is like, prototypical 49ers with Kyle Shanahan, score right before the half, come right back, and then that's how you get yourself back into the game. That field goal sets this up. They get the little run there, and you're going to get the run by Deebo Samuel here on the next play.
Okay.
It's more of an inside run for him on the trap when he sees the hole. And
I like the way he runs between the tackles, by the way. He's really good at it. He's violent.
Yeah, he doesn't play like a wide receiver when he's got the ball in his hands.
He's really violent with his legs. He brings his knees up. Reminds me a little bit of the clips I've seen of Roger Craig.
Oh, there
Just
you go.
The way he runs between the tackles, those knees.
Yeah, and look how his legs are like. I think the announcer on Sunday called them thick.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dude, he is definitely built like a running back from the waist down. There's no question about it.
Oh yeah,
no question. I mean, more than the Niners running backs. Anyway,
yeah, he's built just like those guys, right?
Yeah.
And then third and short, and you get the check down here to Hasty again.
Boom. Off the back foot. That was nice. That's Jimmy at his best right there. Love that.
Yeah, Donald's right in his face, and he's able to get it past him. I think that's Donald coming around.
Oh, great. Boom. Who hit him?
Donald.
Oh, no, I was just saying I meant like who gave it up.
He's coming. He's coming around. Yeah. Mac and Tomlinson need to communicate better on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomlinson and stunts can be tough, but that seemed like Max got beat right off the snap.
Yeah.
Couldn't pass anything off. Okay.
And then this one's I think this is just a busted coverage. They just run, it looks like it's play action. The linebacker and the corner both kind of get stuck in there, and he's just wide open.
Look at how many people are on Deebo. Look at this. Look. They're like 4 guys going in.
The whole defense. Look at that.
That's great. And this is great. You got 4 guys here. No one. This guy's like, hey, wait, what about? That's great, man. Love that.
There's no one within 10 yards of him. That's
Brandon Aiyuk. He's good too. Wow.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. Man, the Rams really thought they had tendencies on the Niners. Like, we're going to converge triple cover. Well, they did get 2 picks out of it, to be fair. But, damn, big play. That's a nice throw outside the numbers, too, to a wide open receiver, but still, no hesitation.
Yeah. Well, neither of their picks were out of their design, and one was because of a defensive lineman hitting the guy, and the other one's, we'll get to it, is just a bad throw.
Okay.
He's wide open.
Okay.
It's not there. I mean, just they're not doing a whole lot there. They started off really strong and 49ers weathered the storm, and then they just came back.
Yeah.
Their defense was amazing in the second half too.
Yes, it was. This play they've been running this for years too. I think they've run it against the Rams before.
Yeah, they've run it. Yeah, the little
I've run it a lot of times.
Fake screen both ways and then come over back into the middle.
Kittle, yeah.
It's a fun little wide delay right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Deebo Samuel running back. Which of Michael Hasty on the field
block
at the
this
same
David
time.
Lombardi imposter. Sorry, he's gone. He's annoying me. All right, going back.
The David Lombardi burner.
Yeah, enough, dude. Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
This is. Are you kidding? That's it. I mean, that's the whole. He's so good. That's the whole play.
Look at the block. He doesn't even get touched until he's down at the goal line. It's really good blocking up front.
Lip belly zone from the gun. That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's pretty much what it is. And then the block that springs him actually is Mac whiffs, and Kittle's coming across to get the end, but because he's coming across to get the end, he runs into the guy. See that?
That's lucky. Wow. Great block, Kittle. Yeah, that's true. That's all Kittle.
And then look at, Jennings with his block, and then he falls off of his guy, and he gets in the reader too. I mean, he ends up blocking 2 guys down the field. See, he's on 22, and then 51 runs into his back.
Okay, so Kittle saves the day here. But then let's pause it here, okay? 19 is going to beat 11 to the edge. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy to me. Look at this. How, 11? How are you going to let this happen to you?
That's true. Look at that. He's got so much leverage on him, and he just runs right around him. That's amazing.
You had like 10 yards on him.
Yeah.
Wow, Deebo Samuel is super fast.
19's a cheat code.
Yeah, I mean, 11 is just totally on his heels. Like, whatever. I mean, whatever. 11 is totally on his heels. Whatever 19 wanted to do, he could do. Goodbye. Great. Man, that guy's so good. Okay, we already knew that, though. Business decision, says Raymond.
Can we stop talking about Trent? Can we stop talking about Trent Williams as the MVP? Can we, please?
Thank you. Really.
What a run this is right here. Holy moly. This is a nice run. Look at just running through people.
Right. So that touchdown run cuts it 17-10. This, I want to go through it. This to me is the most impressive drive of Kyle Shanahan's career with the 49ers. I look at him differently as a head coach because of this drive. So that's all I want to say. It's a very important moment for me as an analyst and for him as a head coach. I was really, really moved by it. Let's go, Jack. First off, Elijah Mitchell sets the tone.
Yeah, he does. Because look at he looks like he's going to be down, and look at that, just runs over that guy at the end of the play. That's so nice. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he ends up with an 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain,
which is vintage Elijah Mitchell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch it from this angle. Hit there, makes that guy miss. Hit there, makes that guy miss. Hit there, hit there. Yeah, that guy's really good.
Yeah, that's really good right there.
This guy could take them far if he stays healthy. It's just he gets hurt. He's been hurt like 5 times this year.
He just they run him so hard.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get
this one zone each time. Here we go.
Yeah, short gain here too. Back up the middle again though. Even the fact that he gets 2 on that, I mean, it's just he's just kind of falling, but.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, but just positive yards.
Mm-hmm.
Can't push him backward. Making a statement here. We're losing, but you're about to quit. We're losing on the scoreboard, but you guys are losing the physical match here. Watch.
I really like this. I really like this one though, because now they've got Deebo Samuel and Jermichael Hasty in the backfield together, and they run the little quick trap to to Hasty for the first down. It's
I've
not
never
much.
seen them run this play ever.
No, it's just a little quick trap. Little toss. Yep.
That's nice. That's nice.
It's a
That's nice.
Uh-huh.
I mean, where the hell did this play come from? Kyle, this is an amazing drive. This is like the Mona Lisa of Kyle Shanahan right here.
It's all their running backs, and there's Jeff Wilson and Jr. for all the folks who wonder where he is.
Cameo.
He comes in. He's usually used as a lead blocker for Deebo Samuel, and that's a
really
nice
run.
Yeah, that's a really good run by Deebo Samuel.
It's
that's part of this whole drive. You look at the run that started this off, and then you look at this run. He's just running them over.
Oh my goodness!
And then the fact that he's going to throw a touchdown to finish his drive off, right?
And also, like, what is this? They haven't run this once today. This is what the hell is that?
It's.
I mean, there's so many different blocking combinations defensive linemen have to worry about with the Niners. Guys coming from all different directions, and look at these holes.
It looks like they're trap, but they're using Wilson and 85 to be their pullers instead of the linemen, so they get a better push at the line. But then it's blocked up. It's clogged up pretty good on the outside, so he just cuts it up in the middle. Jeff Wilson Jr. again as the lead back.
Oh my god, this is another one. Like you think, wide receiver he's going down right about there. No, gets another 6.
Yeah. Look at that last 4 yards as he's falling down.
Oh my, this drive is epic so far. All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
Yeah, they're going to toss this out to the right.
Oh,
but again, they've been doing all this motion, right? They motion into the toss. Now they motion away from the toss.
Away from it. Yep, they set it up.
Mm-hmm. It kind of comes back. It kind of comes back that way, but it's just a rat. It's it's nice.
Also, nice vision by Mitchell here. This little hole between 50 and 60 shows up a little late, and he sees it, and he hits it. Because there's no hole there, and then boom. That's a nice little Frank Gore tucking.
Yeah, that is that little vision and explosion that he has. That little ability to kind of hesitate and then explode through.
Yeah, this is really okay. 6 yards. Here we go, man. Who's to say this team can't win the Super Bowl if they can do stuff like this? I mean, how do you stop this? Oh, relentless.
Same thing, right? They bring the motion across, they toss it, but they run. It's an up the middle play with the toss, so you still get all that action.
Yep. Rams haven't shown they can stop it, so keep calling it.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps churning his legs. You can't put him down the ground, man. This guy, Aaron Donald, really struggling to put him on the ground. Nope. Nice, dude. Okay, here we go. So 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. What does Kyle call? Sean McVay is the biggest fraud. Oh, my God. 3rd and 1. I'm going to show you later. I'll never get over this. I will never. Because I picked the Rams to win, and I don't like being wrong, although I do like covering playoff football, so I'm happy. But damn, Sean, this is what your mentor did. This is what you should have done. I'm so mad at Sean McVay for this. Great call, Kyle. And they know it's coming. They can't stop this, but it's all Jimmy though. Jimmy is a super QB sneaker. I don't know how he does this. It's his low center of gravity.
Super. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, it's because he's thick like Deebo, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Kidding. Joke.
Someone please cut that and put that on Twitter, please. Don't let him get away with that. Okay, no, we're not done with this. We're only getting started with this drive. Okay. 1st down again. And they're going back to the original drive, the original toss of the game.
Yeah, but notice how nobody's moving now on the defense.
Yeah, they got them playing honest, right? 51.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't know. Boom.
Yeah, I don't want to jump out there. And now they just run it right up their throats.
And again, at this point, the Rams look gassed. Like they're just making tackles. They're just they're getting taken for rides by this 205-pound running 9 yards. 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so great.
And then they pick up the 1st down, another run for 5 to the
now you just get in 22 personnel to rub it in their faces.
Yeah.
Hand off. Get the 1st down and a little yards after.
Yeah, so that's a nice finish. He's squeaking between those two guys.
Yeah. And again, this is not zone blocking. Like The Rams do mostly zone blocking. The Niners used to do mostly zone blocking. Now they do everything. This is what, power? I mean, it's Brunskill pulling, it's down blocks. I mean, you got to worry about a lot if you're a defensive lineman, and you also have to have some serious endurance.
The only thing on this one, I wish you. I mean, I bet you if he stays play side on the left side, 'cause I think this is designed to go to the left. If he goes off of 50 to the left right here, I think it's a big gain.
I think so too.
He has more guys.
You know, he can go to the other side of 50 instead of this one. Yep. Because then he kind of runs. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Good call.
Either way, he gets the first down. That's the most important thing in that play. But
oh man. Hey, if you're playing the Niners, you got to expect Deebo to get and he's in the backfield between the 30 and the 15. It's going to him. Although I think that wasn't the problem. They knew this is great, man. The throw.
Yeah, this is the play they ran a couple of weeks ago, right? When he threw it into Aiyuk's back.
Yes, true. And they've been setting it up.
I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan. Somebody asked Kyle Shanahan about that. How much quarterbacking he'd been working on. I don't know if it was you or maybe it would have been Jake.
It was me. Sure it was me. I asked Jimmy what his coaching point was for Deebo on that play. He said, "I thought it was a good throw. I thought Aiyuk should have helped him out more." Swear to God. Yeah. I was like, "Damn, okay, Aiyuk back in that." But hold on. The jump throw, though? Who is this athlete? Look at this.
That's Jeff Garcia. Look at that.
Jeff Garcia. That's crazy. That's an amazing throw. I can't believe a running back wide receiver made this throw. That's crazy.
Yeah,
he almost dropped it.
It's like just going out and playing out in the street. Go get it. And then he almost drops it. He bobbles it all the way in there.
Oh, he finds laces, jumps, perfect spiral. Trey Lance, take notes.
Look at that thing.
Look at that spiral, though. And then Jennings almost drops it. If he had dropped this pass, oh my God. And the Niners had lost. Oh, that would have been it for him. Man, a lot of pressure. Hold on. We got one comment from David said Jennings had 24 catches this year. 20 of them went for either a first down or a touchdown. Incredible. Didn't Bourne used to have stats like that?
Yes.
And it's partially their skill set, but it's also partially like when Kyle Shanahan calls their number. And I think it's he calls Jennings' number in the exact same situations he would have called Bourne's in the past. It's a secret weapon. It's like, oh, you think I'm gonna go to so-and-so on this play, so I'm going to my fourth option, and it'll be wide open. And now I got a touchdown. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Keep going. So here we go. It was a tie game.
Yeah.
And the Niners would eventually go on to win. Spoiler.
This is only a 3-yard game, but this is, again, this is a really nice run by Mitchell because he should be tackled for a loss of about 3 here.
Ooh. We got Colton McKivitz just getting worked by Ashawn right off the bat. And then beautiful.
Yep. And he's still hit at the line and then runs through for another. Yeah.
So demoralizing. He just has great balance.
Yeah, his ability to pick up yardage right there was big. And
he's like a drunk guy who's about to stumble and fall on his face but never does. How did he not go down there? He's had 13 beers, but no, he's still going.
That's probably part of the reason why he didn't go down, because he's had so many beers. He's feeling better now, like a golfer. Right. Those guys that go golfing. But then this should be a first down. It hits him. I know it's not a good throw. It's a little behind him, but this should be a catch by Aiyuk. It's behind him. We'll see it from the end zone. You'll see it. It's on his back hip, but it should be a catch.
Aiyuk. Okay.
Yeah. It's behind him,
but that's got that one, dude.
Yeah, it's not like he's really reaching that far behind him. It's right there it's within his frame of his body.
The reason I like Mac Jones a little bit more than Jimmy, although maybe Jimmy's better than Mac Jones. We'll see what Mac Jones does. Mac Jones steps up in the pocket here quickly, resets, and like Jimmy just kind of plants himself, and now he's worried about getting his hand hit, which is fair because it's right there. And that just throws off his accuracy a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Step up. Anyway.
Because he plants his that back foot. He's trying to get it. I think he hitches. He kind of hesitates a little bit on the throw when he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
The ball, that should have been a catch, and then they should have. And then here he's got the out, and Jennings just slips.
Yeah.
It's open. He's got.
Oh, he slips. Bunch of guys slip in this game, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know. But I just
thought I saw a bunch of slips in this game. Maybe it was mostly from the Rams. I forget.
Yeah, it should have been there. But anyway, yeah. And then this toss to the left out here. This is the drive that the roller coaster goes off the rails. Really nice run by Mitchell.
This guy is really good.
Presses the hole, cuts before he presses it, and he's able to cut without hitting anybody.
Oh man,
boom. That's a big improvement over where he was a month ago.
Yes. I just wish they had someone else that they could rotate in a little other than Deebo, because if he gets hurt again, I'm not going to feel as confident about the Niners in a playoff game. This guy makes me feel very confident no matter which quarterback they play.
Yeah.
I was so confident that Lance would beat the Texans because of Mitchell. He just controls the game.
Right. Yeah. The only I guess what? Trey Sermon, is he going to come off the injured list this week? Probably not. I think tomorrow's his last day.
I think the Niners definitely would trust him with a big workload in his first game. Trey Sermon, hold on. The main thread said about a month ago, Kittle not getting a bunch of targets anymore is a good thing. Means the wide receiver core is coming together for more explosives. Thank you, Domain.
Yeah, I think it goes back and forth. I think they kind of all work in concert. As you get more focus on Kittle, you get the receivers open more, and vice versa. Yeah, another really nice play by Deebo Samuel. And if he just had his shirt,
it would have been a touchdown if he tucked his shirt in.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. He just tucked his. My son was watching the game with him, and he's like, "Look at this shirt; it's around his ankles."
Yeah, maybe you should tuck it in now. That was it. He would have had it.
Like he's dragging a piano.
It's not a good look. I always have an undershirt under my sweater. My wife hates it. She's like, "Why do you have that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've just been wearing clothes this way since I was in middle school." So Deebo, women don't like it. It's not functional. Maybe it looks kind of like a skirt. I think you ditch it. My wife gives you permission to ditch it. All right, this didn't work.
Yeah, no, it's just they shut him down on this one. And that can't hit them all.
No, absolutely. Well, McKivitz probably is part of the reason.
Yeah, he's. You didn't hear his name very much, but he did not have a very good game.
Yeah, it's because he's not very good. My opinion.
That's why it was his first. Yeah. He's an okay backup, right? I mean, this is his first game. These are his first snaps of the year. He wasn't even on. They cut him in training camp.
True. Like his job was like, don't ruin the game, right? Like just blend in.
Exactly.
Wallpaper.
Blend in, exactly.
Blend in. Yeah. Okay, nice block by Tomlinson there. Let's give Tomlinson some credit. 75 on 51. Boom.
Oh, look
51.
His guy ends up making the tackle, but he does a decent job pushing on Donald there.
Yeah, I did. That's true. He get 5 yards.
If he does a better job, it's a bigger game, but it's all right.
Yeah.
They're going to motion Aiyuk across, and he's going to get wide open here.
Yep. Well designed.
Yep.
McKivitz, dude. Look at this guy. Oh, God. Man. Hopefully Trent Williams comes back. I don't know about McKivitz against Michael Parsons. I'm concerned.
A little bit, right?
A little, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They definitely need to get Trent Williams back, I think.
Yeah.
It's incredible that they won this game with Tom Compton on one side and McKivitz on the other.
That the Rams couldn't make the Niners pay, but that's God, the Rams. It's such a fraudulent team. There's no way. I don't know what the Niners are going to do, but I can say with 100% confidence the Rams are not going to win the Super Bowl. If they do, I'll be wrong. But I'm just saying.
No, I don't think they will.
No way. This was a nice play. I like that. No, okay, 2nd and 14.
Yeah, here's the pick and
ooh, okay.
And he's got him. It's just a bad throw. It's there. He's got two guys, right? He can kind of force that. It's even a
small window, but I see what you mean. It is a small. It looked like triple coverage from the press box, but yeah, there's a window there. There really is.
It's behind him, and just it's a really nice play by Ramsey to stay with it for the interception.
Okay.
The smarter play though is the underneath route, especially with the guy coming at him, because he's got the free runner. I mean, if he hits this, everybody's like, oh, look at that great throw. At the same time, he has Jennings alone on the more of the hot route on the left side since he's looking that way.
Certainly, but let's watch from the end zone. Why does Jimmy Garoppolo? I'm sure Jimmy Garoppolo fades away, right? I mean, he's pressured, so he's
got the linebacker in his face, so he's
Tom Compton and Mac, I guess.
Yeah, because 51's going to come free right up. 51's the one that really bothers him.
Of course, that would freak me out. So yeah, dude's in his face, fades away. But dude, like again, okay, so you see 51 right in your face now, like maybe don't throw this. It's a very difficult pass, and if you could set your feet and throw it, I think Jimmy could hit it. But dude, don't YOLO this one. Like whatever. Oh well, let's see what happens. No. But yeah, I feel you. Jimmy could hit this if he didn't have pressure, but he did. I don't know.
Yeah,
can't trust this guy, man. That's why we calling eight throws in playoff games. You can't really trust him. What went through? Tell me, if you're the coach, Jimmy, tell me what went through your head. Let's pause it right. What are you thinking right here, Jimmy?
Well, you know what he's like, I've got Kittle's open. I just got to get it in the hole, and it's a bad throw. I mean, that's what he's going to say. He's throwing to the right. The spot that he throws it to, or who he's throwing it to, is okay because he is open. It's a bad throw, and I hear what you're saying though. And I do agree with you. At this point, it's a little bit of a force. You don't need to necessarily try to force that in there with a tie game in scoring position on second down. Take the underneath throw and live for third down. That's what it should have happened. Right?
I mean, if Jimmy was better, he could make this throw with two guys in his face falling away, but that's a really hard throw, even though the guy's open. Because though he's open, there's still a bunch of guys around him, and there's no margin for error at all in this.
No, there's no margin for error, and that's why I'm saying I wrote down on my notes that it was forced, that he could have, that he should have, with the pressure, he should have gone to the underneath route of Jennings to the left.
Like the other end of the spectrum is Alex Smith, right? Who never in a million years would have attempted this throw. He just would have taken a sack, and they would kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe that's boring, but it's just an interesting comparison.
Yeah, well, you'd rather have the points than the result that you ended up with here. But
that's crazy. That's an amazing interception too, to like kick it twice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then catch it falling down,
and then to go out. What are you doing, dude? Jalen, go. Everyone's like, no. Teammates, please stay down. Nope. I'm surprised they didn't tackle him themselves. Can you tackle your own player? I don't know.
Yeah, you can. I mean, somebody else would have had to touch him down too, but yeah.
Deebo, come here. We got him. All right. So okay. So the Rams go down. They score. Hold on. Before we get to this drive, which is Jimmy at his best, let's answer a couple questions for the patient people who've asked them. Ruby says Trey would give Parsons more problems with his mobility. You know what Parsons is going to have the most problem with? Elijah Mitchell. Run. Yeah, you got to do that. But I'm with you on that. If the run game isn't working, you always have a mobile quarterback. But it seems like Elijah Mitchell's good no matter who the quarterback is at this point. Jeremiah Smith said Trey came off IR today. Oh, good to know. Trey Sermon. There you go. Hey, forget everything you thought you knew about this matchup. Trey Sermon, 25 carries. They've been just saving him for this moment. Isn't that right, Jack?
Yeah, exactly. They save a, yeah, they don't run certain plays until they go up against Aaron Donald. I mean, no, really, it's just the 49ers know exactly what they're going to get from the Rams, and so they're able to scheme around him. That's really what it is. He's a really good player, but they just scheme around him. He blew up their game last year in the second game, but they did a much better job with him this time around.
Can someone explain the mystery that is the Niners' consistent dominance? Oh, boom. Thank you. He just did it. I wasn't reading. Thank you, Jack. Much love, guys. Hope all is well, man. I think Deebo and Elijah are the heart of this offense, but damn, Rams are so embarrassing. Yeah, they really are, man. There are days like that where it was really fun covering the Niners, but I wish there was like a parallel universe where I could have also just had, for one day, covered the Rams. Because I love covering losers so much. Deebo needs to be on the cover of Madden riding a bike. That would sell really well, actually. That's a genius idea. Kevin says refs missed huge personal foul on D-line right there. Jimmy's INT should have been reversed.
He's correct because with the hit from Reader came down on his head, so it should have been a personal foul.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, the hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can call it. Let it the law. You could call it.
Yeah. It's a
with a little push too.
Oh yeah. No, it definitely could have been called. That's
it's borderline. Yeah. Definitely could call that. Yep. Niners got lucky on that one. Couple more. California Bear says Rodgers was a backup for 3 seasons. Lance should get the benefit of the doubt for his first 2-3 years. As a starter, no excuse to look sucky though. Hold on. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Lance should sit for 3 years? If you're trying to say that,
well, no, he's trying to say that you got to be easy on Lance for his first 2 to 3 years, which is.
No, but that'll never happen though because
that's a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah, because he's got to be better than Jimmy to justify. Jimmy's got a consistent level of inconsistency. People were mad at the penalties on Greenlaw, but other than the face mask, I felt that Dre was laying hits that set the tone for the defense. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, no, you can't have the face mask, and he's lucky he didn't have a personal foul at 1.2 when he grabbed the guy and tried to basically suplex him. You can't do that. That should have been a personal foul on him too. They got lucky there. Yeah, he's all right. I mean, Fred Warner makes whatever linebackers out there better, whether it's Greenlaw or any of those guys.
Okay, so here's what I want to say. End of beginning of the third quarter, that 11 play drive with the 10 runs in a row, that was Kyle Shanahan's masterpiece. This is Jimmy's masterpiece. So, Jack, once again, why don't you take us with your soothing tones through this great drive from Jimmy Garoppolo. And this is about his fourth of the year that he's done.
Well, we're not even there yet. This is the one before the 2-minute warning where they end up having
tripping. My bad. Hey, I'm going to edit that one in later though, because I did such a good job setting it up, even though I was wrong. Damn.
You can fast forward through this. We don't need to see it. It's just there. And then this next throw to Kittle after that, and Kittle's the only guy that's open here, so that's where he goes there. But the next one is 2nd and 9, and he look at the space he has between Kittle and the safety. So he's going to try to hit him quick, and it just takes him a tick too long to get it out of his hands.
Yeah.
But that's why he's going in that direction, is because of the way that they've aligned.
3rd and 9.
And then this is the one time where McKivitz actually gets his name called. They just blew right around him.
Right. Good point. But this was like a long time coming, like in the making.
Yeah. So this is the first time everybody hears his name and they think that he actually played a decent game. But he played okay, but it wasn't very good.
Again, he didn't lose the game for them, which is what you could say. But
that's it, right? Yeah, he didn't lose the game for him. He didn't. I wouldn't say he played good, but he did.
Which is a possible outcome. He certainly had the capability of doing that.
Yeah.
And if he plays in this game this week, he could do it this week. So Trent, please, find a brace. So is this the one?
Yep.
Okay, this is it. This must have felt so good for anyone who's ever believed in Jimmy Garoppolo. It must have felt great for Jimmy, the whole team. This was real. He made some throws in this drive that I've never seen him make. I don't want to talk anymore. Jack, it's your turn.
No, it's fine. They're going to come out here. This is just a nice. They've been doing this all day long. The trips to the one side with the post on the backside.
Yep.
And do it again, and he hits it. It's the same thing they've been running all along, except for only this time the Rams aren't rolling into it. They're lined up in it.
But they can't stop it no matter what they do.
No. Garoppolo just throws it right in there.
Need a big play? Do this. Man, Kyle was. I'm not going to say in his bag. I wasn't not going to say it. Not going to say it.
No, I don't like to say that either. That's why I don't say it. I just
not going to say it. Not going to say it.
Shanahan knows what they're getting. And the offense, everybody on the offense knows exactly what they're getting. Play after play after play when the play is called. Yes. And then this one, the only thing I would say here is it's a completion to Jennings, and I would think that maybe the throw up the seam to George Kittle is there. I think he wasn't expecting the ball.
Yeah, good point.
But he's got Kittle coming open. You can't see him
wide open.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's looking outside first, and he comes back to the middle. I think he was looking out wide first. He just didn't see it. But
yeah, you saw it, George. Yeah, Kittle saw it. Didn't show him up.
I'd like to go back and watch the play from Lance last week to see how that one that he threw down.
Right. Yeah, like what was the – yep, because it's –
if it was a similar combination.
And that safety's sitting all over this crosser, too. That's his eyeball on it, which is why Kittle's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Second and
Then
5.
he comes back from this was a really nice one though, because how many times have we seen him get into a situation and then struggle, and instead he looks out to the right, he regathers himself, steps up through, and then makes a throw to the outside of the numbers.
Again, this is I think my favorite play that he's ever made. I love this play. I was just talking about like, dude, step up in the pocket. Look at him go! Look at him go! And he resets his feet and he throws outside the numbers. Who the hell is this guy? I love this guy. If he could do this more often, there would be no Trey Lance on this team. Great throw, great play. Clutch.
No, if he did this stuff consistently, you're right. No, they would be no Trey Lance. No, they'd re-up him and they'd redo his deal and everything else. That's what the plan would have been. If he could stay healthy too.
Steps up. Great. Nice stuff. Oh,
it's a really nice ball.
Ramsey diving in at the very end. Really nice. Yep.
It reminds me a lot of I mean, I know it's not a long throw, but it kind of reminded me of the shot against Detroit in the first game, right? It's not a deep ball down the side where Deebo has to stop, but just kind of the fact that he hit him in the hole and then everybody's running past Deebo reminds me of that. Or Jerry Rice against the Bears in '88.
Oh, good call. Taking it way back. Gun down says, should Deebo be considered for MVP of the league? Thoughts?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, he should legitimately get votes. I think he's the MVP of this team. And I know the Niners would say that Nick Bosa is the MVP. I disagree. I think it's Deebo. I think he changed their entire season. Nick Bosa played at a consistent level. He was good when they were 3-5. He was good when they were 7-2. But Deebo changed the whole season. Kyle changed it by how we started using him, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, Deebo, the change up of using what Deebo Samuel changed everything about this team because all of a sudden their offense became explosive.
Yep, there you go. Thank you. Simple as that. Good question.
And then these two plays real quick. I'll stop it here because they're going to run the same defense both times. They're running this too high safety look. The safety, well, the safety at the top of the screen on the right hash of the 49ers. See, his eyes are looking this way, right? He's looking down. He's reading number 3. He's reading, I think that's Juwan Jennings. So that's going to pull him to the left side, right to the Garoppolo's left, which is going to open up Deebo on the slant, right on the dig. It's just a bad throw by Garoppolo, but the reason I'm pointing it out is because we're going to see it on the next play.
Okay.
Again, they know what they're going to get. They know that he's going to do this. Look at he's reading because when you're not too deep, you're reading number 3. If number 3 comes at you over the middle, you've got to pay attention to him because that's your key because you've got the help on the other side. And it opens it up for him. It's just a bad throw.
Yeah, a lower throw. Maybe Deebo Samuel has his hat trick. Receiving touchdown, running touchdown, catching touchdown. Maybe close.
Yeah, I think if he sticks that on him, I think he gets by 3. They're at 33 there, and he's in the end zone.
I think so too. Okay, 2nd and 5.
Okay, now they're going to do the same thing though, right? Except for they're bringing Samuel over in the orbit motion, but C-33 is reading him. And he's not even reading him. He's reading Brandon Aiyuk because Aiyuk is the number becomes when Deebo Samuel motions, Brandon Aiyuk becomes number 3. So now 33's got to follow 3 or 11. So that's why he's there, and that's what opens up the touchdown.
One more time, watch it.
See his eyes.
Yep, he's on 11.
Yep,
33. Perfect.
No, you have and it's all about Deebo Samuel. The motion with Samuel gets everybody's eyes going. The safety drops back. He gets his eyes on number 3, and then just everybody loses track of where Juwan Jennings is because they're so worried about Deebo and Aiyuk.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, 2 guys on Deebo, 2 guys on Aiyuk, no one on Jennings. Always, you probably need to cover everyone. Great.
Yeah, but it's also the formation. It's the motion and the formation that open it up because by getting Deebo over there, that forces 33 to get his eyes on Deebo, or excuse me, on Aiyuk. And then Aiyuk is running at him over the middle, which means that he's going to go to him. And then that opens up the guy coming up underneath. It's kind of similar to what they were doing the other direction, but a little bit more layered.
Real quick, Raymond Martinez Jr. What's up, Raymond? Says, question for both fellas. Did this game change your thoughts on Jimmy? To me, he's the same guy as always. Did it change your thoughts on Jimmy, Jack?
No, I don't think. No, it didn't change my thoughts on Jimmy. It's the same Jimmy we've seen forever, right? I mean, I think it is. It was up and down, and then he.
My epiphany the next day was that it was the same Jimmy we saw in Tennessee with like certain stylistic differences. But I mean, you forget, and you pointed it out when we were watching it. Like, he did struggle, but tied the game at the end with a touchdown drive, and the defense couldn't seal the deal. And this game, right after this, the Rams get the ball back with like 30-something seconds, and all they need is a field goal, and Eric Armstead makes a play. Like, Jimmy could have been the hero in Tennessee. That game could have gone to overtime easily. So anyway, I don't know. I think maybe people were a little too hard on him in Tennessee, and maybe people are being a little too high on him right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. No, I agree with that. I think that's the thing. That's why I say it doesn't change my thoughts on Garoppolo, because I've always felt like Garoppolo's had a pretty decent year, but he gets too much blame for the losses, and even in this game, he gets too much blame for a couple of the bad throws that took place.
That's true.
And,
Agreed.
And then like the touchdown pass right there. I mean, that's all set up. It's a good throw by him. He delivers it, but
it's mostly Kyle. Yeah, and I was saying that's the Mona Lisa of Jimmy Garoppolo's career. Well, it was a lot of Kyle there too. The throw to Deebo was nice though.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so now we got. See, this is an interesting drive because it takes up all the time, but they don't finish it, and they put the game back in their. This could have ended it here though. Deebo might have taken this one to the house. I don't know. Yeah. Anytime he gets the ball, I feel like he could take it to the house, but it's a little behind him. Yeah.
I don't know. He's got that guy over there that might have been able to get to him, but who knows? Once Deebo Samuel gets in the ball in his hands, all kinds of crazy stuff happens.
Guys miss tackles. Guys make business decisions all the time.
Yep.
Real quick, the main thread says Kyle's a master of using your defensive rules against you. Something to think about going up against Dallas and Dan Quinn, who Kyle worked for. It's true. It is true. It's just that these two face each other. What was it? 2 years ago, and Dan Quinn did quite well. So maybe it's Kyle's turn for the revenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Godzilla. Thank you. God, man, Godzilla says, I always thought Robbie Gould had a weak leg, but after seeing him punt, I have changed my mind. And shout out to Juice.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the things that I tweeted out during the game is that Robbie Gould is a better punter than Mitch Wishnowsky is a field goal kicker. I mean, that is true. We learned that with that 47-yard punt, right?
Yeah.
That was like a high school punt where the ball just hits the ground and rolls and rolls and rolls.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Is this the second? Yeah, second down play.
Yes.
So they missed Deebo on the throw, and they come right back and hand him on this the sweep, and Jeff Wilson Jr. gets out in front of him, and there's a block, and
it's just another great play, man. Devastating. Like, I don't know. See how you stop this. If only they had one more running back they trusted, they could probably run this all the way to the Super Bowl. But maybe Elijah Mitchell stay healthy. I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised that you didn't see more carries for Jeff Wilson Jr. because you're seeing him out there with Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
And you've seen them do that. You saw them do that against the Rams. That's when they unveiled all this stuff. But you also saw them run with him in that game a few times.
Yeah.
So the nice run out to the left. They come back with a toss to the right. Oh, a nice run. Nice cut.
Jeez, man. You're thinking, maybe 3-yard gain. Nope, it's 8. Jeez. Oop.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Make that guy miss.
8-yard gain. Beautiful. Okay. We got another run here?
Yeah, this is the run by Mitchell up the middle, and they get a holding on a 60 right there, right in the middle.
Borderline.
Yeah, well, he's got a pretty good hold on his shoulder pad. Yeah, nice.
Nice little throw back off his back foot, guide his face. Reader.
That's a really nice one. He could have gone to the second level too, but with you're glad that he takes that underneath route with the.
Hell yeah, yeah! Don't just throw it down the field with the guy in your face like earlier. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
And then this is the throw out to the right to Jennings. It's a nice route by Jennings. Really nice route by Jennings. Watch him just lose this guy.
Yep.
That's a really nice route.
One more time. Whoop! Oh yeah, almost makes him fall over.
Yeah.
21 and stays in bounds. Really nice. Breaks the tackle too. Makes that cut. Oh, breaks another tackle. Oh man.
Go one more time to the beginning of the play.
Yeah. Or he couldn't do this after the catch.
That was really nice. That's really nice. The whole thing.
Yeah.
That ball's coming out right as he gets into his break. That's really nice.
Here, I'll stop it.
And it's
yeah.
It's already out, and it's on the mark. He catches it, and he's able to just keep turning, and he's able to just turn it right up. Really nice on both their parts.
Look, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right on him. Boom. Yep.
Real
Nice
quick,
play.
hold on. Eric says, do you think having Trey nipping at Jimmy's heels forces Jimmy to play better? Reminds me of Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Jimmy's the same. Jimmy's the same to me. I'm sorry.
No, I think he is.
Yeah.
He's the same guy. He is the same guy this year that he was when he played in 2019. I mean, when he's played full seasons, the 2 full seasons he's played with the 49ers have been almost identical.
Almost. His touchdowns went down a little bit this year, his touchdown percentage, but his interception rate is the same. Yes. Completion percentage is the same. I think what happened is the Niners just started scoring touchdowns from like 15 yards out, just handing the ball to Deebo. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right.
The red zone offense is working, so it's not like he's hurting the team by not throwing touchdown passes.
No, they're running it in.
Yeah, they're running it in.
Mm-hmm.
One more. Thank you for your donations, everyone. Barry says, why not Trey Lance? Are they trying to get their money out of Jimmy Garoppolo? KS, what is it about Trey Lance? Trey Lance can do this. My goodness, and more. I mean, that was my argument all year, but they committed. You can't make the switch now, I guess is the answer. I mean, they committed. It hasn't not worked yet. They're still alive. And Kyle Shanahan's, a troll. I don't know. I can't tell you. He decided to trade up, and then he decided he didn't want to play. This was a plan. Anyway,
yeah, I think
topic for another day. What?
Well, because he asked it. I think it's one of those things where it's hard to make an argument against playing Trey Lance right now because of the way that he played against Houston. And you say whatever you want about the Houston defense. I don't think Houston defense is all that great. I think that was part of what helped them out. But I don't think there's that big of a separation I don't think there's as big of a separation between Garoppolo and Lance now as there was earlier in the year because he's just gotten better in practice and what have you, I believe. Yeah. But I think you go with Garoppolo here because they put everything on Garoppolo. Everything, it's the good and the bad. And Steve Young said it, right? It's everything that they put all their eggs in Jimmy Garoppolo's basket for this year. It's his team. It's going to be Trey's team next year, but for right now, they're riding with 10, and he's going to win it for him or he's going to lose it for him. Yeah,
they made a decision. They're not going to panic and deviate from that on January 11th. Also, to Jack's point about them pretty much being pretty equal. Jimmy Garoppolo quarterback rating 98.7. Trey Lance quarterback rating 97.3. Pretty similar. I agree. I think you have such a locked-in play caller, such a good supporting cast, such a good defense. It really sets up most quarterbacks for success if they have any talent.
Yeah, and the 49ers, I put this out there, the 49ers have the number one passing team in the NFL when it comes to net yards per attempt. And so net yards per attempt is your you take all of the throws and the yards off all your throws. You take all your sacks and the yards lost off the sacks. Combine that all together, and then and the 49ers are number one in that. And when you look at with Garoppolo and Lance, they're almost the same. Lance is at like 7.81. Garoppolo's at like 7.69. They average out to 7.7.
Right, so, which just shows you how important the supporting cast is.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
100%. Yeah, and that's why I like to point that out. And the only reason I pointed out, usually I point that out as a 49ers stat, and everybody talks about the yak. I don't really care about yak. I just want my quarterback to get the ball to the right guy. And if the right guy could run the ball for 30 yards on the sideline, it's not like I see a completion to Deebo Samuel goes for 55 yards. I'm like, man, he only threw it 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. I think Jimmy runs a 2-minute drill better than most quarterbacks in the league. You don't see any rookies with composure like that. You think Trey can? Trey did a really good 38-second drill against the Texans. I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen that much from Trey. I'm not going to say he can't do it. I'm not going to say he can, but I've seen him do things like that. They both. Yeah, you're right, though. Jimmy does really run a nice 2-minute drill. I think a big reason they lost in the Super Bowl is because I don't think Kyle had a good feel for how to call plays for Jimmy in a 2-minute drill, and now he does. Like, you wouldn't call that deep shot to Sanders again in that situation. I don't think you would.
I don't know, but what you just said right there. I mean, they both. Jimmy does run a really good 2-minute drill, and when you ask it if Trey can, we just saw him do it last week. He didn't. They both had the ball. Both quarterbacks had the ball with 38 seconds to go at halftime, and drove the ball down the field and kicked a field goal.
It seems like this offense can really do what they want to do with either guy, which is quite amazing.
Yeah, Trey Lance has improved a bit, and if he can play like the way that he played the last 30 minutes and 38 seconds against 30 minutes 38 seconds against Houston, if he can play like that next year, week 1,
they'll be good.
Everybody's going to be sky high.
Very, very happy. Yeah. So here we go. It's all that scout teamwork. Seriously. All right, great throw, great route, great after the catch. This differentiates him from Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne, I never saw him make a play like that. And then he's violent at the boundary. Great. Love it. I think that's Trent Williams right there, all up in his face. I'm pretty sure.
It is.
Am I wrong?
It is. No, you're right. It is. That's him.
Hey, man, when you got the highest paid offensive lineman of all time, that's a believer right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, he's a really good number 3.
And on the Niners, he's a number 4.
Yeah,
I mean, with Kittle, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I get your
point. Yes.
He's like wide open.
Yeah. And he has 5. He's actually has as many touchdowns this year as Aiyuk.
That's a good stat. It's a good stat. Okay, nice little run. So to me, it's what's interesting though is, Jack and I were arguing about this on Twitter, and I made a point about Jimmy not closing out the game, and I think Jack took it. Well, hold on. This is another great run. Jack took it as me criticizing Jimmy. No, I actually think it was a weak play call. I'm not criticizing Jimmy, but I want to look at that play because it was a weak play call. Like, dude, can we get the ball in the end zone, please?
Yeah.
Nice run, nice cut. This is just so easy for Mitchell. It seemed like to me, and that's 7 yards. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now they're 3rd and 3, and then this
get it.
And they go right back to 15, right?
Yeah, that's their guy, over and over and over again.
And he's not even. That's a really good throw by. I mean, he takes that throw to him, and it's not like he's really even open, right? I mean, he's not that. The guy's got outside leverage on him. There's no one else that's really open at this point. That's where he decides to go. And
anticipation.
Doesn't that look a lot like the play that they ran against the Cardinals last year in the first game of the season?
And he couldn't get it done, right? To Trent Taylor.
The Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
Right. The vertical on the outside, the guy running over the middle, and then the out looks just like it, doesn't it? And and that's the difference between a guy like Trent Taylor, who's been on the Bengals practice squad all year, and Juwan Jennings.
And this guy, good point.
Well, and also a better throw by.
That's true. So now these. Okay, so you run the ball, you get 2 yards.
Yeah, they get a yard. But I really I like the fact that I know they don't score a touchdown, but I like the fact that Shanahan is playing smart, and he's what he's doing. He by running so much time off the clock, he's basically telling Los Angeles, and you get the ball back. If you get the ball back, you're going to have to go into a 2-minute drill.
That's true.
And it puts pressure on Stafford. I think that's partly why you get the pick at the end. But I like that.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good point. That's a good point. Like I don't have a problem with either of these calls here. It's just okay. So you hand off again. That's your best player on the team. You give him a shot. Doesn't get it. 3rd and goal from the 7. I guess what you're saying is, you throw the ball, but you keep the clock moving. Okay, fair enough. That's a good rebuttal. I'm sure that's what Kyle would say.
Well, I was talking about the first 2 downs. Now on this one, I mean, I think 85 is his first read, and you see the space that he has between them, and it's not the best ball, and the DB does a good job of closing on it as well.
There's really no one. I don't like this play call from Kyle. I don't know. I think he could do better. This was the first bad play call of the game. The first play call of the game from Kyle. I'm like, I don't know. No one's really open. You could do better than this. Like the first read is open, and the first read is Kittle in the flat. Like, you just wanted to break this tackle. I don't know.
If it's a better throw, if he gets the ball in his hand a little quicker, maybe and he's able to hit Kittle going to the sideline, then Kittle's able to kind of use his momentum and turn up the field. Maybe. I mean, the DB's making a really good choice. I don't know where else to go with the ball. I know on the TV they said maybe go to Deebo Samuel there because he's on Jennings' hat is on him, and he kind of breaks open. But I don't know if I'd trust Garoppolo throwing.
Yeah, I don't know about that on Ramsey right there. I don't know about that.
Because that's where Aikman was saying that he could have gone possibly. He didn't have a problem with the throw because he said he's open, but maybe he tried to force it.
Surprised. I thought Kyle was going to go for the kill shot here with his offense, but really he trusted his defense and he was right. So I'm not knocking him. I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, and the other thing too that him saying to go to Deebo Samuel right there. When you watch this from the All-22, he doesn't have a chance. There's no way he's going to get the ball to Deebo Samuel because look at the pressure in his face.
Yeah. No, can't happen.
He doesn't have enough time to sit there and let Deebo get into his, even get close to his break. That ball's got to go out right now, and Samuel's still fighting with him inside.
It's the right call. That's it. That's the game. I just didn't like the play call, although it's impossible to quibble with it because they won. They won. Ambry Thomas did it. But really,
Yeah, no,
they could have got that field goal at the end.
Yeah, no, they could have, right? I mean, they could have
tied it. They
tied it up.
Yeah,
yep. They go in. That was the thing for me. I'm sitting there. I'm like, just don't let them score a touchdown, because if they kick a field goal, you're still in the playoffs.
Good point. Right? Yeah.
But I know we're not looking at the defense, but the play that Ambry Thomas makes, people are saying that it was a bad throw by Stafford, because he underthrows it. But I think even if he had aired that thing out, I think that Thomas is going to be running with Beckham, because he's right on top of him the whole way. And the only reason he slows down is very similar to what we saw last week against Houston, when Lance threw the pick where the DB's running with him, and all of a sudden Lance, Kittle comes open. The DB only stops because he sees the ball, and that's what it looked like to me with Ambry Thomas. He just it was great to see Ambry Thomas make that play. With everything that he's gone through this year, where he was been to where he is now. It was great to see that.
Well, we can check it out real quick. I just want to show you this one play, because it's killing me. It's killing me. All right. So this is it. Hold on. We're going to come back. Hold on. Dr. Robert Anthony Jr. says clock management Kyle needs to be better than McCarthy. Well, that shouldn't be hard, because McCarthy's the worst at it. George, you're next. But this is the play I'm talking about. Real quick. Nope. Here we go. 3rd and 1 from the 42. 107 left in the second quarter, up 17-0. All right. This is really the opportunity to win the game. And just notice where the spot is. They called the 42. That looks like the 43. Like, they're like inches away from the 43. And that's what you call, Sean? You deserve to lose this game. I'm sorry. Watch this pass rush. First of all, Bosa gets around the edge. Stafford tries to step up, and you got Armstead and DJ Jones just wrecking it. Like, goodbye, dude. Goodbye.
Yeah.
That changed the whole game. And you saw what Kyle Shanahan did in 3rd and 1, quarterback sneak. That would have been a better – how do you do this? Unreal. Unfreaking real to me. Unreal. I have no words. All right.
Yeah, because this is where this was the first series where they actually stopped him.
Here's Ambry.
Yes, he's running with him. He's running with him, and then
it's a terrible throw.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible throw, but he's running with him, and he's watching it. He's tracking it the whole way.
Like, everyone gets on Pete
I thought he
Carroll.
got hit, but that's just a bad throw.
He
like, doesn't get hit.
Everyone gets on Pete Carroll for that ridiculous call in the Super Bowl where he didn't give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Like that right there on 3rd and 1 that's equally as bad, but it's not in the Super Bowl and it's not at the goal line, but it lost the game. You could have won the game right there, but instead you gave the Niners life, and they deserve to win that game.
Yeah, nobody pays attention to it because it's not the end of the game. It's at the end it's in the first half with a minute to go or what have you.
Yeah.
And it's like Brandon Staley with the Chargers, right? If Brandon Staley had just kicked field goals, against the Chiefs, it wouldn't have mattered that they lost on Sunday night, Yep. And then
George says people need to stop comparing Jimmy G to Joe Montana. There is no comparison. He's not Joe Montana. He's not Steve Young. Those two guys are considered winners and champions. Jimmy G is mediocre. Hey, man, I never saw Joe Montana play. I saw him play when he was on the Kansas City Chiefs. So I can't talk about that.
I don't
but
know.
It seems to me that what I want to say is I could be wrong, but Joe's reputation is mostly built on his playoff runs. I mean, I know he did great things in the regular season too, but what he did in the playoffs is why he's Joe.
Yeah, so it's based off the comeback and everything, and that's why I don't know why I would not compare Jimmy Garoppolo to Joe Montana. They're different guys. They're completely But at the same time, the only way that you compare, maybe he's talking about what I tweeted at you, was where if you're going to say that Ambry Thomas won the game for the 49ers, right? Do you say that Jim Stuckey won the game for the 49ers?
No, you're right. No, what I meant to say is that he sealed the victory. What I meant to say is that he sealed the victory. And the point I was trying to make is that Jimmy did his job in Tennessee too, right? Like he turned it over to the defense and said, here's I tied it up just like he did in this game, despite his mistakes earlier. And the difference was the defense actually sealing it sealing was the verb I was looking for.
Well, the difference for me between the two games is that this is a touchdown this is a drive that puts you ahead. And in Tennessee, you just got the tie. Right?
No, right. I'm talking about at the end of regulation, because you have the drive at the end of regulation to get you the tie. And then the reason this goes to overtime is because Armstead has the sack.
Okay.
And the reason it didn't go to overtime in Tennessee is because the defense couldn't make a play. That was what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain yourself on Twitter.
No, but there's only 360 characters or whatever.
Only
280
300, yeah,
now.
exactly.
But the difference too, let's talk it out. The difference there too is that it's when you score the touchdown in Tennessee, you still had
more time.
More than 2 minutes to go in the game. So
That's
they had
true.
plenty
That's
of
true.
time to work
I
their way
still
down
think
the
the
field.
Rams had time because all they needed was a field goal, right? I think they had like 30, maybe 40 seconds, but like, they might have 38 seconds. I mean,
They did.
And the first throw was 12 yards, and they had timeouts, and then boom, Eric Armstead made a freaking play. So
yeah, the Armstead. Yeah,
had
Armstead,
he done that in Tennessee, who knows? They might have won that game in overtime. Jimmy Garoppolo might have been the hero in overtime. You know? Who knows?
Yeah, well, there you go. If they had, and here's real quick, since we're talking that out, if in this game, if the Rams had timeouts left when Armstead made that sack, why did they not call a timeout, run another play? Because they just let the clock. They just let the clock run and said, "We'll just go. We're going to go to overtime." Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because remember in Tennessee, the 49ers defense, they got sacks on him. They were dropping them, but then they just couldn't. The first half of the Rams game was the second half of the of the Tennessee game.
The other difference between those games is that Ryan Tannehill's a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford, and Ryan Tannehill didn't get impatient. He was content to stick to the game plan and be mediocre or bad on offense and not turn the ball over. Stafford at the end was like, I don't care. I'm throwing it. And I don't respect that at all from him. And that's, 15 years of whatever, 10 years of playing meaningless football in December in Detroit. Like, dude, you can't do that. I don't care how good your arm is. You can't do that.
He was bad in the second half. He was 3 for 3 on the scoring drive, though, and that he was 3 for 13.
The main thread said Aiyuk was open in the middle. I forget which play you're talking about, but he's always
talking
open.
about I think he's talking about the throw to Kittle, probably.
Okay. I pray to God the Niners do not make the mistake of bringing him back next season. He plays like a rookie every single season. George is anti-Jimmy. I feel that, though. He does kind of play like a rookie. The picks.
Watching the way that Trey Lance has progressed this year, bringing back Jimmy Garoppolo, you're not going to bring him back unless
they won't.
Unless
you just don't reverse course week 18. You don't do it now. Kevin F said so many good young quarterbacks are shook by being thrown in the fire too soon. The experience of this year is so great for him and the future of the team. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm glad that I'd rather have him make the mistakes in practice than than in a game. I think it plays out better for you if you make those mistakes there. And if we're to believe what the players are saying, right? I mean, he got better on the practice field because of getting a little bit of a chewing from Fred.
No, I mean, I never ridicule the idea of improving in practice. Of course you do. I just think you improve faster in games but who knows? Maybe he would have gotten hurt and it would have been bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't. There's only one reality, and we'll never know the alternate reality. Greg says Micah Parsons is the Deebo of defense. He's a Swiss Army knife that can play multiple positions. How does Kyle neutralize Micah? It's called running the ball, Jack. What do you think?
That's it. That's what you got to do. The 49ers have to be able to run the ball. If the 49ers can run the ball, they'll be able to slow him down. That's it. If they don't run the ball, it's going to be a long day.
Jack, thanks for giving. Oh, Humperdinck. The show is over. How many playoff games do the Niners have to win to make stunting Lance's development worth it? Well, Jack will say they didn't stunt his development.
Humperdinck. That might be my favorite name we've seen all day. Humperdinck McGillicuddy. That's the third.
I like
That's
it.
Great.
I'm going to say if they go to the NFC Championship game, I'm not going to second guess Kyle. But if they don't make it that far, I will. But that's just me.
Well, it depends, right? I don't think you can make that because of the way that this played out. Since you brought it up, and we got a minute, unless you got to run. But in 2017, the Chiefs were 10-6.
Yes, they were.
2021, 49ers 10-7. Both teams were 6-6 at one point and were able to make it to the playoffs. Yes. There's all kinds, and the only way this thing works is if Kyle Shanahan has control of the team in the locker room, the way that
Andy Reid did out there. Because
look at what they tried to do in Chicago. They tried to do this in Chicago, and the guy's not there anymore because he couldn't control it, and he wasn't when the press got on him. What did he do? He changed course and said, okay, I'm going to get rid of Andy Dalton because I can't take the heat anymore. He didn't just stick with him.
Good point. And give Kyle credit.
Yeah.
Give Kyle credit. George says, I honestly think Dallas will beat us because we will make too many mistakes on offense, a.k.a. Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm just having that feeling. Hey, that's fair. I can't tell you you're wrong. He's thrown 4 picks in the last 2 games. I think he's going to need to do better. Because to me, he basically, and the numbers bear it out, it was very similar performances the last 2 weeks. He needs to do better than that level to beat Dallas, I think, even though they're going to win running the ball. Just don't turn the ball over, Jimmy.
No, you can't have the only way that he can turn the ball over and the 49ers win is if Dallas does the same thing. If it's not even an even turnover margin, there's no chance for them to win.
And I wasn't the only guy who said bench Jimmy in that game. Jack did too. I saw him do it.
I did. No, I was
looking bad at one point. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, after the interception, I was right there. I said, get rid of him. You know, go ahead and bench him. Just put him in there. This is ridiculous. I was right there. I also called myself a clown after the game for the comment.
No, you're not a clown. I said the same thing, and I'm not a clown. Honestly, if Sean McVay hadn't have done what he did on 3rd and 1, and the Rams had gotten the first down there, kicked a field goal there, I think they might have benched Jimmy at halftime. But Jimmy had a nice drive at the end of the first half like he normally does, and now, boom, you're right back in the game. So who knows what would have happened, could have happened. Julio says, thanks, guys. Appreciate what you do. Here's $5, Grant. Thank you, Julio.
Yeah.
One more, and then I got to go. Take my money. This has been the new theme. People just thank you. I appreciate it.
Take my money.
The Niners winning would get this kind of a response. Everyone subscribe to Jack. His YouTube channel is phenomenal. He's really smart, as you can see. He does great breakdowns. Jeff Scott, thank you, everyone. Subscribe to Jack. The show is over. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Sybil and Jesse.